Welcome to episode 5 of the Grand Marshal tournament. Oh man, I could just smell that tropical air. It's a bright sunny day in Gold Coast today, and there isn't a single cloud or criminal in sight.
Well, except for our Gavril Barstow runner, of course. What do you think his crime was this time, Devion?
I don't know, user, but what I do know is our competitors will be trampling over themselves to put him behind bars. And speaking of our competitors,
And speaking of our competitors, in the first position, we have the famous Mississippi State Trooper car, famous for his round 6 victory, but hasn't really been able to pull anything out like that since. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see if this round will be their time to shine. In the second place position, we have the current champion who's kind of flown under the radar, or driven under the radar. Head jokes. He's just been under the radar ever since he gathered 3 points in the first couple episodes. So he's technically the leader, but hasn't done anything. Could be biding his time, of course. They always say that the quiet ones are the ones you should watch out for. And of course, patience is a virtue. Plenty of quotes, yeah. The point is, he could be quiet because he just is doesn't freaking know, or he could be planning something big to further his lead. Over in the third place position, one of our fan favorite underdogs, we have Fairhaven City, hailing from the 2012 Need for Speed game Most Wanted, sometimes known as Most Wanted 2012. I'm sure everyone knows this already, but yeah, hasn't really been able to score a point yet, I don't think, but has definitely proven himself that he's in it to win it. It's just that, he still has a lot to learn before he'll be able to take home that metaphorical trophy for one round. And by trophy, I mean a single point. Over in the fourth position, we have the French National Police, otherwise known as Police Nationale. I apologize to all our French brethren out there. But yeah, complete prodigy, absolute natural at this. Comes in the very first episode it was in, it wins like 2 rounds, smashing the competition and immediately cementing himself as a very strong, very formidable competitor right off the bat. Will he be able to keep up that momentum in this episode, or will his newfound attention from his other competitors cause him to start lagging behind? I believe this is the 5th position, probably, yes. We have the famous New York City Transit Police, still the champion of the East Coast Division, still a thing that I mention every single time I introduce them. They still completely won that, and they still haven't really been able to bring out that same fire for this tournament. They are, however, holding with 2 points, tied with. I probably should have mentioned that. Mississippi State Trooper and French National Police have 2 points. So, pardon me there. That was a bit of a screw up on my part. Mississippi State Trooper and French National Police are tied with Transit Police. Actually, now that I think of it, you can probably see it on the brand new overlay, which we'll talk about later. I'm rambling on. Anyway, so yes, the Transit Police car used to be the champion. Don't know what the frick they're doing now, but they still have 2 points, and they still may be working on claiming that title from the Police Interceptor car. In the 6th place position, we have the LCPD Beta car. Taken from the beta of Grand Theft Auto 3 back in the old 90s, was removed due to 9/11, unfortunately, but we'll see if they'll be able to have themselves a time to shine that they weren't given in 2001 back in those days. I also believe they actually have a point as well. Yes, they do. They have won a point, but they're facing some stiff competition, so we'll see if they'll be able to grab themselves any more points in this episode. And ladies and gentlemen, the overlay you're seeing is not the only new thing in this episode. Replacing NYPD Auxiliary from the last episode, taking the 7th place position in our lineup, is the Detroit City Police Department. From, Detroit, Michigan. The stupid livery, in my personal opinion, that I think, you know what, I'm not going to say that. A lot of people like it, but in my opinion, it's just like words stamped over a literal desktop wallpaper. So, to each their own, but the point is they are the new competitor. We will see if they will be able to get through. We will see if they become an underdog with no points, if they are absolutely pathetic, or if they are secretly going to charge through the ranks and take that leaderboard position for themselves. Either way, the Detroit Police Department is now in the tournament. Here we are back to the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Detroit Police Car is taking the 7th place position. A newcomer, as I just said. We'll see how they perform in this first episode. And over in the final position, over in 8th place, the second of our 2 underdog cars, Belasco City, representing BeamNG.drive itself, the only vanilla car that has been in this tournament so far, has unfortunately not been able to prove himself against all of the modded cars, but maybe this episode will be his time to shine. I'm not psychic, unlike someone from a certain 2001 video game, but in any event, yeah, that's it. That's the lineup. Those are all our cars. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. Start your engines, activate your sirens, turn on your lights, because round number 13, I think, is about to begin.
And off they go, heading into round number 13.
Police Interceptor heading along his way, followed by Fairhaven City and the French National Police Car. Former champion Transit Police just behind him, LCPD Beta just behind them. Here comes our newcomer, Detroit. Little bit of a slow start for him, but we'll see what he'll be able to accomplish in this round. Definitely feeling that spirit already, and there goes Belasco City. Oh, Mississippi already making contact with the runner, ladies and gentlemen. This was not expected. What the frick? But as we head over to the cinematic corner, we'll see if something is going to happen here. Mississippi could go in for the pit. Misses the pit. Runner is now moving on ahead. Mississippi still just kind of right up the runner's tail. So, yeah, very aggressive start from Mississippi. Evidently was insulted by everything that I said about them. Yeah, reaching the what was formerly known as the bus turn. Don't know why it was changed. I was not informed of this by our producers. But in any event, Mississippi rounding out what used to be the bus turn. I'm going to say that every time, aren't I? But yeah.
According to producers, the bus turn has been removed due to safety concerns and production cost cuts.
And production costs. It was also probably some form of an OSHA violation, but yeah. Oh, Mississippi getting some nice contact over on this turn. Actually might spin the runner out. No, runner maybe recovers.
Gets hit by Interceptor.
Strikes the runner in the front, but gets pit maneuvered in return. The runner actually pitting a police officer, but gets thrown off the road by Fairhaven. This is a all right, this is a great camera angle, cool. The runner, though, is still up, ladies and gentlemen. This is not going to be a point awarded for any car, so, yeah. Well, due to the fact that everyone's pretty much stuck in the sand, but the runner is still completely fine, we're going to be having ourselves some, divine intervention to restart the chase as the other freaking 5 cars up there just have themselves a nice little festival. Where's Detroit? I just noticed Detroit is completely absent. Is that them in the water behind us?
Yes, Detroit is indeed in the water. And I am struggling to pull anyone back on here.
Off to a flying start, Detroit, but not every bad beginning has a bad ending. So, we're doing some maintenance. Don't worry about it. We'll be here. And now a word from our sponsor.
Yeah, this is the part where we
This is the part where we just put in a pointy markers commercial when we do this crap. Police Interceptor in front of the runner, actually. Yep, Police Interceptor trying to do what he can, but the runner is just too good for maybe. I don't know. The Police Interceptor is getting some nice contact. That's a pit. Throws him right off the cliff, actually. So the Police Interceptor looks like he will actually be taking this round as they both go careening into the water. That was not expected at all. What the frick?
Here comes Transit
there goes Transit Police following him. There goes Transit Police following him. And then Mississippi parking right up top. Yeah, very interesting round. Didn't expect the Police Interceptor to further his lead with 4 points now. So, yeah, it looks like the Police Interceptor did indeed have something cooking in his sleeve. He is a very formidable competitor here, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, out of nowhere, apparently taking insult to what I said or definitely having something concocted. One of the two, the Police Interceptor just decides to grab himself a fourth point, solidifying his lead. He's now with 4 points. And there is a 3-way tie for second now with 2. And speaking of one of those 3-way tie members, I guess, one of them with 2 points. Transit Police follows the Police Interceptor down here into the deep blue sea. Apparently, he really wants to find some of that fire that he had in the East Coast. I almost said Police Coast. In the East Coast tournament. So, looks like with that newfound fire could help him out in catching up, but clearly his competition is very fierce, and we'll see what happens in round number 14.
Now that round 13 has been concluded, we have reset all the cars and the ticker has been updated. So far Detroit actually didn't really live up to expectations. What do you think, Username?
Didn't live up to expectations is a bit of an understatement. He had a really unlucky first round, or perhaps an unskilled first round, one of them. In the future rounds, we'll be able to find out which it actually is, but at the moment, it seems that Detroit did not have himself a fun time in that first round. In that first round with Detroit, I mean, in round 13, yeah.
With nothing else to bring up, we will now continue with round 14.
Yes, let us see who will take home the point for round 14. Ladies and gentlemen, Mississippi off in the first position, Police Interceptor in the second, Fairhaven City in the third, followed by French National Police in the fourth, Transit Police in the fifth, LCPD Beta in the sixth position, Detroit in the seventh, and Belasco City, representing Team BeamNG.drive itself, in the eighth place position. Already contact with Mississippi once again. Geez, it seems like something could be going on here. Mississippi pits the runner, in fact, actually into the cliff. Police Interceptor tries to capitalize, but doesn't. Fairhaven right into the runner, though. Right into a head-on collision with the runner. It looks like the runner might still be going. Fairhaven backing up.
Runner's dead. Runner is dead.
Looking to take advantage of this. Runner's dead. Really?
Yeah, like, I guess that goes to Fairhaven.
Out of nowhere, before they even hit the cinematic corner, doing a celebratory freaking burnout. Fairhaven City finally gets himself a point, smashes the runner, takes advantage of Mississippi State Troopers' pit, and he is now on the board at long last. Finally, putting in some work for all of his underdog fans out there. That was a absolute freaking just yoink of a round. I can't believe that. What are your thoughts, good comrade?
You know, I'm glad that Fairhaven finally got his first point. He's been working pretty hard throughout all these episodes and hasn't really had his big break yet, but now we see that he's able to contend for the win.
Yeah, the runner's now dead. Fairhaven City finally has himself a point to call his own, and he is on the board, tied for third place with LCPD Beta, representing the underdogs everywhere. I'm sure a lot of fans will be happy about that today. And here we are starting up round 15, ladies and gentlemen. In the first position, we have Mississippi State Trooper, proving himself to be much more formidable than previously thought. Police Interceptor grabbing himself a fourth point out of nowhere. Fairhaven City finally making a name for himself with a point. French National Police, the prodigy, hasn't managed to make anything happen this round. Transit Police, the former champion, waiting for his massive time to shine. LCPD Beta, ignore the truck, by the way. LCPD Beta with a point, but maybe was playing dirty. I don't know. The investigation is still ongoing. Detroit Police waiting for his break as well, and same with Belasco City. Probably going to be having himself a morale boost, though, due to the fact that Fairhaven City has now finally grabbed himself a point. But in any event, it is time, ladies and gentlemen. Activate your lights, activate your sirens, turn on your lights, start your engines, and fasten your seatbelts, because round 15 is about to begin.
Before we begin round 15, we would like everybody to know that this episode is sponsored by Gavril trucks. They are trucks with 4 wheels and an engine.
And here they go, ladies and gentlemen. The technical difficulties have been cleared up. Mississippi State Trooper up in front. Current leader, Police Interceptor, in second place with 4 points. Fairhaven City with a point in third. French Nationale in fourth. Transit Police in fifth. LCPD Beta in sixth. Detroit and Belasco rounding out the seventh and eighth positions, taking their sweet time to move on ahead, but they are now heading along as the runner heads across the ditch turn right here. I think I had a name for it before, but it is currently escaping me. In any event, Mississippi State Trooper following suit as the runner rounds out the cinematic as the runner rounds out the cinematic corner. Definitely picking up speed. This time. Won't make it easy for the cars up in front. Definitely won't make it easy for the cars to claim this round 15 points. So yeah. I think Mississippi following, actually not very close behind at all. This runner is putting some nice old distance between him and and all the police cars. Yes, screaming down the incline as well. Looks like we're gonna have a very interesting round this time, ladies and gentlemen, because the runner has decided he's gonna make the police cars work for it. Runner now moving across the lake over to this turn right here. I believe the police, yes, they are catching up, ladies and gentlemen. Mississippi State Trooper just about right behind him at the moment, as we see some of the other cars heading down the incline in the background. Yep, all the cars have managed to catch up. Looks like it's going to be a very interesting round here, ladies and gentlemen, as the runner rounds out some of the forest turns, followed closely by Mississippi State Trooper in first, currently Police Interceptor in second, not far behind. And Honestly, behind him, presumably the lineup is the exact same. So, as usual, looks like nothing too fancy is going to happen until the beach turn. Fairhaven City up in the third position, though. Holding that third position nicely. A nice treat, nice work, cameraman. I can't believe we took a break to just look at Mother Nature over there. But in any event, heading across the jump straight, yeah, wow, more trees, I guess. Mississippi, I'm pretty sure, just careened into the runner. And the police interceptor is doing a pit maneuver as well. Didn't even freaking see a thing because of the stupid trees. But in any event, yet the police the police interceptor, massive pile up here. The Barstow is completely fine, though. Fairhaven and French National collide with the police interceptor, but the runner is now moving ahead. Transit Police bumps into French National's lost tire. Detroit, though, rams right into the runner as well. So this is a big fight, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't even reach the beach turn yet. So Detroit still making contact. Detroit, yeah, still making contact, still pushing the runner. Not sure if the runner is still going or is still capable of moving. It looks like he might be. Yeah, grabbing himself a little help. So well done, Detroit, for that. But it's not quite enough to grab himself the point. Bumps into Fairhaven. Well done. Cool. Nice job. Amazing work, runner. Okay, a bit more technical difficulties. Gets bumped in the back by Detroit, but the runner is off again, despite having himself a very nasty time. His car is in terrible shape. But looks like the police cars will be moving ahead. I was not expecting that. All right, anyway. So yeah, runner just hits a pole. So well done. I guess you can say he's in the pole position. And
And yeah, I guess Detroit takes that win for getting that head-on collision.
sure, yeah, that was a hefty old head-on collision, evidenced by the fact that I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not going to. Evidenced by the fact that the hood is extremely wrinkled. Yes, look at that hood. It's like almost bent in half. But yeah, Detroit, the newcomer, manages to take round 15. So congratulations, Detroit. It took him some time to get going, but yeah.
I've realized that in the most recent episodes, like more and more rookies are having success in their first episodes. What do you think about that?
I agree. We've seen 2 episodes in a row, actually sort of 3, where the rookie has managed to grab himself at least 1 point. It's been LCPD Beta at first, and then it's been French National Police, followed by Detroit. So yeah, a lot of the newcomers are having themselves some very nice luck. It almost seems like the middle ground, everyone who's tied for second, they're having the most trouble. Don't know why. They're just like, I guess the competitive spirit is getting to them a little bit. But the truth is, sometimes you shouldn't even think when you drive. But in any event, yes, it looks like that will do it for round 15.
So moving down the pack, we've noticed quite a large pileup back here. What do you think might be the cause of that, username?
Mississippi. Definitely Mississippi's fault. Crashed into the runner, I think. Allowed police interceptor to spin him out. And then it was all downhill from there. But Detroit got the point out of it, so well done, Detroit, for taking a bad situation and turning it towards his advantage.
Now here comes a time in the episode where we eliminate someone.
As usual, this will not be an easy decision.
So what do you think? Any ideas?
Let's look through the cars first. We have Mississippi up in front, who definitely has that competitive spirit. Police Interceptor's the leader. We can't eliminate them. Fairhaven City, the fans would freaking scream at me if I did that, and they do not deserve to be eliminated. French National Police, the prodigy, they deserve to be in. Transit Police, former champion, also deserves to be in. Hasn't done anything for a while, but they deserve it. LCPD Beta is a little bit crooked in those past couple of episodes, so I'm thinking possibly them. Detroit, they just won, so can't do that. And Belasco City, still the underdog. Considering giving them like one more episode, but yeah, it's been a while. But at the same time, Fairhaven, who is actually right next to Belasco, coincidentally. But at the same time, Fairhaven has proven that given enough time, an underdog will finally rise through the ranks and find their time to shine. So yeah, I'm thinking LCPD Beta here, especially because of the investigation. You know, we want to make sure this is an unbiased sports program. We do not support sabotage of any kind here.
So the judges have decided that LCPD beta will be eliminated in this episode.
Clearly, the LCPD beta was hit by precisely one shotgun shell. Precisely one. And it is now on fire and about to explode and kill a player. So the LCPD beta has now been eliminated and they will be removed from this tournament. And with all of that done, ladies and gentlemen, tune in next time for episode 6 of the Grand Marshal tournament, where we will see round 16, 17, and 18. And we will continue the tournament to find out which Grand Marshal is the master police chaser.
So this is Devion and username here signing out, and we'll see you in the next episode.